Queen Victoria's daughter. Love forbiddens, price paid. Imagine a world where whispers echo through grand hallways, and one hidden romance could shatter the heart of an empire. This is the untold story of a princess born into power, who dared to love in secret. From an early spark of rebellion to a clash with royal protocol, her journey crackled with tension, secrecy, and courage. She sought freedom in art, defied her mother's strict rules, and faced a love so forbidden it threatened everything she held dear. What she risked, what she lost, and what she triumphed over remains buried in palace gossip and hushed corridors. In our next 13 minutes, we'll unpack a tale filled with scandal, suspense, heartbreak, and a heroism that few historians dare tell. Are you ready to meet the princess who paid a heavy price for her heart? Let's step through the palace doors and unravel a shocking secret that changed her life forever. Chapter 1. A Princess in Shadows. Princess Louise, Queen Victoria's fourth daughter, was admired for her artistic spirit and fearless intelligence, but beneath her royal composure lurked a hunger for freedom that defied tradition. As a teenager, she astonished her mother by breaking protocol. When Victoria forbade her from attending art school, Louise secretly enrolled anyway, becoming the first British princess to do so. Imagine the tension in the palace corridors as she slipped past chaperones, every stolen lesson a quiet declaration of rebellion. Her unorthodox pursuits didn't end at sculpture. Louise formed deep emotional attachments to several tutors, including Reverend Robinson Duckworth and later geographers and artists, drawing gossip around the gilded halls. Victoria, ever protective of royal reputation, dismissed Duckworth abruptly, but whispers lingered that Louise's heart had strayed beyond innocent camaraderie. By late 1865, rumors reached fever pitch. Louise was seen behaving furtively, and the royal household was packed with 150 Scots guards, ostensibly to protect against political unrest, but perhaps really to shield a secret pregnancy. A clandestine birth in early 1866 allegedly followed, leading to a baby boy suddenly adopted by the Queen's gynecologist, Dr. Frederick Lockhart. Lockhardt's adoption of Henry raised eyebrows. Was this child truly Louise's? Historians remain divided. For a princess of privilege, these unseen battles between duty and desire, secrecy and selfhood would shape Louise's destiny. In a world of opulence, her story hid a raw emotional storm. Love, loss, and defiance were brewing behind closed doors, threatening to shatter an empire's illusion of perfection. Chapter 2. The Forbidden Tutor. Princess Louise's world shifted in secrecy when she met Walter Stirling, the tutor brought in to assist her beloved hemophiliac brother Leopold. He was charming, intelligent, and 4 years older. Their bond deepened in whispered lessons behind palace doors. Louise was known for her artistic passion, but with Stirling, something more intense sparked. Lucinda Hawksley and others proposed that by early 1866, this discreet friendship bloomed into a love so scandalous it threatened royal protocol. Louise was just 18. Soon after, Stirling was unceremoniously ousted from court, a removal still shrouded in mystery, an act hinting at deeper consequences. Rumors swirled, murmurs that Louise had become pregnant. Around the same time, Queen Victoria's obstetrician, Sir Charles Lockhart, suddenly saw his son Frederick adopt an infant boy named Henry Lockhart near the palace. The timing was more than a coincidence. Frederick was even granted a grace and favor apartment and substantial allowances, suggesting hush money tied to a royal secret. Henry later grew up believing Louise was his mother, with descendants regularly asserting a royal lineage. In 2004, a court refused DNA testing of Henry's remains, citing insufficient proof, but the claims still linger. Was the princess truly a mother in hiding? Defenders argue that no hard evidence exists. Royal courtiers would have noticed a pregnancy, and Louise remained active at court. Yet the intriguing clues, Stirling's removal, Henry's hush adoption, and secret allowances paint a deeply compelling portrait. Here, in the hush of palace shadows, we find a forbidden relationship teetering on the edge of scandal, one that, if true, would forever rewrite royal history. Chapter 3: Discovery and Royal Fury. The tension built to a dramatic peak in late 1866. Behind whispered rumors and palace walls stood a secret so explosive it demanded absolute control. That's when the sudden dismissal of Walter Sterling shocked the court. His removal wasn't explained and caused murmurings of a forbidden passion abruptly ended. Within months, another curious move occurred. Frederick Locock, son of Queen Victoria's trusted obstetrician, Sir Charles adopted an infant boy named Henry Frederick Leicester Locock. The timing was uncanny, coming soon after Sterling's departure and coinciding with rumors about the princess. No birth certificate is known to exist, and the Lococks received a swift, unexplained allowance plus a gracious apartment near the palace. Historians believe this may have been hush money for a royal secret. As Henry grew, he bounced among royal children in the palace playing croquet on the lawns of Osborne House, hearing whispered tales of privilege and even recounting family stories about hitting a young cousin with a mallet in outrage, possibly the future Kaiser Wilhelm II. In autumn 1867, Prince Arthur wrote to Louise, "As to the great secret, I did not know that I could not mention it to you." Her siblings' letters hint at an unspoken scandal too weighty for open discourse. Was Louise truly a secret mother? Royal denials persist. She was active and present in public life, with no confirmed pregnancy. Yet the hush, the adoption, and the fortune given to the Locock family suggest a cover-up. If true, it was one of history's most daring royal escapes from shame, a revelation hidden inside opulence. Chapter 4: Secret Child and Silent Fallout. In the hush of early 1867, rumors grew louder. Was there a secret child tucked inside royal walls? All signs pointed to yes. That winter, Frederick Locock, son of Queen Victoria's trusted obstetrician Sir Charles, abruptly adopted a baby named Henry Frederick Leicester Locock. The timing was uncanny. Louise's rumored romance, the tutor's departure, and the baby's adoption all unfolded within months. There was something never seen before. No birth certificate for baby Henry, no record of his biological origins, only an unexplained grace and favor apartment at St. James's and a generous allowance for the Lococks. Historians suspect money changed hands and hushes were paid, possibly to keep the scandal buried deep. Henry himself reportedly spent his earliest years playing on the palace lawns, claiming Princess Louise was his mother. Royal skepticism remained strong. Critics focus on the lack of visible pregnancy and the fact that Louise remained at public functions, even when a princess believed to have borne a secret child would likely have been sent away. But Lucinda Hawksley and the Locock descendants argue the puzzle pieces' timelines. Sudden perks. Henry's stories are too precise to be a coincidence. So here we reach the crossroads. One path whispers of deception, of a princess hiding her child in plain sight. The other asserts it's all conjecture, no evidence, just shadows stretching across palace corridors. The fallout changed lives, secret bonds, families tangled in half-truths, and a royal image that may have been forever altered behind whispered doors. If this journey through a royal life marked by creativity, courage, and mystery inspired you, please subscribe, like, and comment below. Tell us what shocked or moved you. Stay with us for more untold tales from history. Chapter 5: Breaking Free Through Marriage. By 1870, after years of palace intrigue and whispered scandal, Princess Louise made a bold and surprising decision. She would marry for love, not duty. In her heart, the rules of royalty were suffocating, and she yearned for something real. Louise chose John Campbell, Marquis of Lorne, heir to the Duke of Argyll, a match shocking even to the Queen. It had been over 350 years since a British princess deliberately married outside a royal line. Victoria reluctantly relented. Their engagement was announced on October 3, 1870, and the wedding took place on March 21, 1871 at St. George's Chapel. Windsor Castle crowds swarmed, and the palace gates were barricaded for the first time in history. Louise designed her own wedding dress and veil, a beautiful emblem of her independence. Honiton lace veiled her face, while diamond daisy pins and a symbolic sapphire pendant told a story of quiet rebellion. On that day, she stepped out from her mother's shadow and into her own story, one written by her own hands. Though early marital years sparkled with promise, visiting Italy and London's high society heritage and health soon strained their union. They had no children, a heavy blow in a time when motherhood defined success. Still, they found purpose. In 1878, John became Canada's Governor-General. Louise embraced Canada's landscapes and cultures. Her name now graces Lake Louise and Alberta. She spearheaded arts, founded the Royal Canadian Academy of Arts, and left an enduring legacy as a heroine of creativity and compassion. Her marriage was not just escape, it was rebellion. It freed her to sculpt, to paint, and to champion causes dear to her heart: women, artists, and education. At last, Louise had claimed her voice and a place in the world that was truly her own. Chapter 6. Reflecting on her legacy. Princess Louise's later years became a testament to a life lived with purpose and passion. After their return from Canada in 1883, she and Lord Lorne resumed duties in England, with Louise continuing her artistic pursuits. She was a gifted sculptor and painter. Her sculptures still grace McGill University and Kensington Gardens, and one of her iconic works, a painted apple. But her legacy stretched far beyond canvas and marble. Louise was a champion for education and women's rights. She took up the cause of feminist reformers like Josephine Butler, served as the first president of the Women's Education Union, and patronized the Girls' Public Day School Company. Her advocacy helped pave the way for girls' secondary education. Her time in Canada left indelible marks. She and Lorne founded the Royal Canadian Academy of Arts and contributed to the National Gallery's formation. Her name now lives on in countless Canadian landmarks. Lake Louise and the province of Alberta owe their names to her enduring influence. In private life, she navigated grief and hardship with fortitude. Widowed in 1914, she cared for her husband until his death. Her final years were spent quietly at Kensington Palace. She passed away on December 3, 1939, at 91, leaving behind a powerful legacy of art, education, and resilience. From royal scandal to social impact, her journey was one of transformation, from rebellion and secrecy to trailblazing artistry and advocacy. Her story teaches us that courage isn't just found in bold acts. It grows in the quiet, everyday choices that shape history. Chapter 7. Lessons from her courage. Princess Louise's life offers us a powerful lesson. True courage often blooms not in grand gestures, but in quiet, steadfast acts. She navigated scandal, expectations, and heartbreak, and emerged not broken, but empowered. First, she defied royal convention to pursue art, becoming the first royal to attend a public art school in 1868. Her sculptures, like the marble statue of Queen Victoria in Kensington Gardens, still stand as masterpieces. She championed women's education too. In 1871, she became the first president of the Women's Education Union and later patron of the Girls' Public Day School Company, helping launch schools for girls across England. In Canada, she co-founded the Royal Canadian Academy of Arts and contributed to the National Gallery's birth. Louise's life reminds us, reclaiming your voice, even when the cost is high, sparks change. She balanced vulnerability and strength, embracing scandal, stepping into roles unchosen, and forging a path rooted in purpose. Chapter 8. Enduring Hope and Heroism. Princess Louise's story is a powerful blend of secrecy, bravery, and transformation. Though rumors swirled about her secret son Henry, possibly with tutor Walter Sterling, the hard facts remain open to interpretation. Lucinda Hawksley and others uncovered compelling clues. Sterling's sudden departure, the lockup adoption of baby Henry in December 1867, generous allowances, and Henry's claim that Louise had access to him in childhood, all suggest a dramatic royal secret. Yet despite speculation, official archives remain closed, and no birth certificates or DNA evidence have confirmed the story. And so, Louise's legacy is twofold: a royal daughter who defied expectation, embracing art, education, feminism, and leadership, and a woman enveloped in mystery. In the end, her life teaches us this: courage isn't just found in defiance, it's in forging one's own path, even when shadows cling. Princess Louise may never have had public children, but her contributions shaped art, society, and education. She left behind sculptures in Kensington Gardens, championed schools for girls, and helped found the Royal Canadian Academy of Arts. Thank you for joining this journey into the life of a royal rebel who reshaped history. If her story moved you, please subscribe, like, and tell us in the comments what surprised you most. Stay tuned for more untold histories. Thanks a lot for watching until the end of this video and for subscribing.